So I recently hit what I assume now to be rock bottom. I thought I'd hit it before, and that's not the case. And let me just explain this before I go any further on what rock bottom to me was. It wasn't like going out here and getting addicted to stuff and losing everything, or drunk driving and getting thrown in jail, or losing your family, or any of this, which that would be rock bottom. I guess that would be rock bottom as well. Being homeless, stuff like this. That's not what happened. When I'm talking about when I hit rock bottom, I hit rock bottom to the point to where I was questioning whether existence itself was good and worthwhile and something to do. So what I'm assuming it is the very bottom of an existential crisis where you're staring the void right in the face, and you have to question to proceed. And then you eventually have to question that thing. So that's it. It was a horrible few days. Looking back at it now, I'm glad it happened because a lot of growth came from it. I'm closer now to hacking this human mind than I was before. A lot closer. And it also deprogrammed me in a lot of ways and made me snap out of it and get on focus and get on track. I'm more focused now, more motivated now than I have been in a very long time. So maybe the most motivated and focused I've ever been, really. And I understand what needs to be done. I understand what I need to do to not only. I've almost got it completed, not just to do with this place, but myself. Things I need to work on and complete, and I realize that, and things that I am doing. So it just takes a little bit more time, and I'll be there. So I would not wish this upon anyone, really. It was not fun, was not good. Like I said, I was questioning whether existence itself was good or worthwhile. And that's not a good thing to do. That's not a good place to be. Obviously, I'm here talking to you, so. But what led me to this was now, looking back at it, I realized that I was not looking at the big picture, but in that moment, it's like tunnel vision, and I was sitting here thinking this thing is so corrupted, there's no fixing it, everything is so backwards, I don't want to be a part of it, and I'm not going to do anything immoral or unethical to get by here, what I deem to be that way anyway. And there's certain things I'm not going to go out here and do, and certain things I'm not going to go out here and put my pride, or I don't even want to say pride, really, my beliefs or my ideas, piss them away to conform to this shit. I'm not going to do it. And then I had to again think about what's the end game here? Is this even worthwhile to follow through with? But I don't wish anyone to go there ever. You don't need to go there, or maybe you do. I don't know. It was needed for me, I believe, but Anyway, this is what led me to deconstruct a lot of things and realize they were programs and they essentially did not matter and they were just pointless and silly, and we have to stop and walk away from it. It deprogrammed a lot of things in my mind. I mean, and this is probably what's going to have to happen or be needed for a lot of other people. You're gonna have to be deprogrammed, and it's an insufferable fucking thing throughout the process of it. So it's like your mind it's like your consciousness or mind or whatever is evolving, and it wants to fight you every step of the way. And this is what it's like. You're playing a game, and the game is you versus you, and the end goal is to evolve you. But it's like I put it to you like this. Let's just say this is a game, and again, if it's a game, that's the only goal. That's the main goal. There might be other goals that coincide with this. Like I would like to liberate this place and bring heaven here. That could be something that it's entangled with this. But the main thing is it's you versus you in a game that pretty much you've made up, in a game that you have created, in a game that you've set up, and rules that you set in place. And it is, again, it's you versus you. Either you're going to help you or you're going to fuck you, but it all comes down to you. And then let's just say it this way: some of you guys may not have it this difficult as I have. So let's just say this is a game, and you can pick the difficulty of the game. I feel like I'm playing this thing on brutal mode. So hopefully some of you guys aren't playing it on that difficulty level. Because I've had to go through too much shit to snap out of this, man, to get this deprogrammed this much and to wake up. It was insufferable. It was miserable. I did not enjoy it. Did not enjoy it. And then it hit me. It's all perspective. None of it matters. It's just you're grasping onto a program. You're getting programmed by a program to keep you in the program. Oh, man. And then I realized that it's perspective. None of this shit really matters. About things like that, it doesn't matter. Religion, science, spirituality, politics. It's just all a shit show to keep you distracted and keep you trapped. So, anyway, that is what I feel people need to realize. It is you versus you. The rest of this stuff is a program. And see, I completely forgot where I was going now. Completely forgot where I was going. No, I remember. Okay. So then the things that arose from this that I would like you to question and contemplate is, at the core of it, I am talking to you. At the core of it, we have created this place. At the core of it, everything that we have set in place for the majority of it has been by us. So, you can call that God, you can call that consciousness, I don't care what you call it. It is what we are at our true nature. So this is something you have to question. Is it good or bad? Is it good or bad? You need to realize that this had to have been created. If you don't believe that, or you haven't realized that yet, or you're skeptical about it, think, how else could this have happened? You believe this just randomly occurred by a Big Bang and evolution and that's the most ridiculous story I've ever heard. It could not have randomly have happened. And I'm not saying I'm not saying this God in the clouds created this. But what I am saying was it was created. Things were set in place. Things were set in motion. Things were planned out. And would you deem a lot of the things that have happened in the content of the world, because no matter, there's an illusion out here of perfection. You will have a realization of perfection and beauty. And that is a complete trap. Don't get stuck in it too long, because you will realize it is not perfect. Not only is it not perfect, but there's supposedly balance. The balance far tips in the scale of bad more than good. So then you have to question and contemplate, is this good? Are you good? Is God good? Those are hard questions to ask. It's even harder to answer. Even harder to answer. The human mind is so complex. The emotions, the feelings, the things you go through, the things you experience. And if you were quite honest with yourself and take a step back and think. Now, I'm not saying this isn't leading to something. I'm not saying that it all wasn't for a reason. But I am saying if you just cut all the bullshit out, step back right now and say, what I've experienced so far and what I've seen out here so far, is it good or bad? And then, if you come to the realization that I am you talking to you, and so is everyone else, and then you can come to the realization that whatever, at the core of whatever you are, you can call it whatever you want to call it, the word God is something you can use. Is that good or bad? Just think about that. But anyway, going back to this illusion of perfection, do not get caught up in that, because even though you can block everything out and you can build you a little bubble and make your own little personal heaven, here, you can do it. What you really need to ask is, no matter what, that content is filtering into you. It doesn't matter what you do, unless you want to go out here and live on a farm. I mean, get you some land, live somewhere, and try to avoid paying taxes and cut off all social media and not talk to anyone. Because no matter what, the COVID talks get brought up, election talks, all this stupid politics, religion, all the time it gets brought up. That's what people want to talk about. You cannot filter out the content, and you can say to yourself, well, I can get my mind to a point where it doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me, so who cares? You should care, because it's basically what you're saying is, I realize the fucked up things in the content and in the world, but I'm going to block that out, and I'm just not going to give a fuck. Even though, and I'm just going to act like it doesn't affect me, or I'm going to act like it doesn't bother me. And you're lying to yourself if you want to be quite honest with yourself. Or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But I'm just saying from what I've experienced, because I've done that, by the way. I said, fuck it, I'm getting my own little bubble. I don't care about any of this stuff. I'm not going to listen to it. I'm not going to pay attention to it. And if I do, I'll just small talk it, but who really fucking cares? But it affects you no matter what. There's certain things that you cannot escape from and you can't get away from. There's certain things that will get you. So the best option is we're going to fix it. And I'm going to lay out a step-by-step process in this next video I'm getting ready to put out soon, maybe, about how we can fix this. So would you consider that good or bad? Would you consider a lot of the things going out in the world good or bad? And if you say, well, there has to be balance, question yourself, is it really balanced? Question these things. They're hard questions to ask. Again, even harder to answer, but contemplate it, question it. Love you guys. It's Game of Form in the Play of Law for Eternity. I am you talking to you, and so is everyone else. And we're close, extremely close to hacking this shit, waking up and fixing it. Talk to you guys later.